Well, you guys, Farrah Abraham has come out swinging in defense of her new friend or her old friend that is now a new friend again, Jenelle Evans. If you guys are keeping up with the situation, it got crazy yesterday over on social media. And if you guys know Farrah, y'all know that she does not care to be politically correct. She does not care she doesn't mind saying things that she knows will cause quite a stir. Things that are like body shaming. Farrah doesn't care. She'll do it. If you watch Farrah on, what was that show? Family Boot Camp. She threw racist comments at the lady that she was arguing with, and she didn't care. Like Farrah does not care. If you are in her path and she's mad at you, she will say whatever. And that's what she did with Catelynn, accusing Catelynn of having an incestuous relationship with Tyler, saying that Catelynn is a slob, that Tyler plays for the other team, and that Catelynn, like all the therapy that Catelynn has underwent, like did not help, and that she needs to seek more therapy, right? And all of this, you guys, from the way that it appears, is in support of Jenelle, who, mind you, Farrah did not even get along with up until very recently. That's the way that it appears, is that it's in defense of Jenelle, but I really think it's not even that. I think it's just Farrah doing these things, knowing that it will get her name out there, knowing that people will be talking about her. And, when you're reality TV celebrities or former reality TV celebrities and you're no longer on a show, you really have to do everything that you can to keep your name out there, because as time passes, if people's not talking about you, you're no longer profitable. Your face is no longer profitable. Your name is no longer profitable. So the more you're out there with the public talking about you, the more YouTube videos you have, the more TikToks of people talking about you, the more stories from the Sun, the Ashley, the more profitable you are. So Farrah knows this. She knows the game. She knows how it is. Anytime there's an opportunity for Farrah to jump in to say something, to put her name back out there in the spotlight, that's what she does. And that's what she did with this. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it. As you guys all know, Jenelle recently sent her son to live with his dad. Jace has been having a lot of issues over the past few years. Jenelle said it started when he was 10, but if you have watched Teen Mom, you know it didn't start when he was 10. It started when he was like 6. I remember Jace being like 6 years old and Barbara and Jenelle meeting to have lunch, and Barbara saying his teachers have concerns, like he's hitting kids, he's hitting the teachers, he's flipping them off, he's doing this, he's doing that, and his teachers have concerns. So I'm taking him to his pediatrician, letting them know what's going on to see, if we can figure out what's going on with him or whatever. And Jenelle, at that moment, he was literally like 6. Jenelle's like, you just don't know how to handle him. It's your fault. You just don't know how to handle him. And it's like Barbara's telling you he acts this way at school, not at her house. At school. So the teachers who are professionals who, for the most part, know how to handle these kids, you're saying they don't know. Guess who else don't know how to handle Jace? Jenelle. Because once she got him, she couldn't handle him either, and she's sent him to go live with his dad. And me bringing this up, I'm not saying it's a good idea, bad idea. I don't know. I don't know if it's a bad idea because we don't know Andrew well enough to know how he's doing and if this could be the best move for him. Either way, just pointing out this is what she did. She sent him off to live with his dad. Anywho, Jenelle got a lot of backlash for sending him off. And I don't think what Catelynn did was backlash at all. After Jenelle posted the video explaining why she made this decision, Catelynn commented on the video. And I'm going to show you guys what she commented. So on Jenelle's video, Catelynn commented and said, I feel so bad for poor Jace. I did not think Jenelle should have taken offense to this. Because in Jenelle's video, she's saying, Jace has struggled since he was 10 years old, running away with depression, ODD, ADHD. Like, I took that as Catelynn saying, like, man, like, poor kid. I feel so bad that he has those struggles, that he, that he goes through that he suffers with depression. Anyways, yeah, Jenelle, she just posted a video explaining why she sent Jace. And she literally made it seem like Jace was just this horrible kid who suffers from way too many mental health illnesses, that it keeps him in a state of rage almost. That she's like, every few weeks, he lashes out again. He's running away. He's tearing things. She's literally saying that she got custody back of Jace from Barbara because it was too dangerous for Barbara to continue raising Jace. And I'm like, if it was too dangerous for Barbara to raise Jace, Do you think it was a smart idea to bring him into your house with your other 3 children or 2 children plus Marissa? I don't know. That's like questions that I ask myself. Like, of course, you're his parent. You don't want to abandon him, but you also have to consider your other children too. So you're saying he was struggling really bad, right? Caitlyn commented under Janelle's video saying, I feel so bad for poor Jace. And I'm like, ain't that what we're all thinking? Are we not all thinking, man, we feel so bad for Jace? Like he's really going through it. He's really, he struggles. And even if you're not thinking that in regards to like, and poor Jace because his mom is Janelle, just in general, right? And that's the way that I felt Caitlyn meant it. I did not think that Caitlyn meant it in a condescending way. I did not feel like she meant it as a way to attack anyone. I really thought she just meant like, man, I feel bad for him. I feel bad for everything that he's going through. Well, after that, Janelle responded like this. Oh, I feel so bad for poor Carly. Well, that was being condescending because Carly's not being brought up. It's a video about your son, you talking about your son, and you just throw Carly up out of nowhere, right? So you are doing that to be messy. Here's the thing. If Caitlyn was to post a video talking about their struggles with Carly and Janelle commented was like, man, I feel so bad for y'all. I feel so bad for Carly. I feel so bad for y'all. Or even if she just said, I feel so bad for Carly, would Caitlyn have taken offense to it? Probably not. Because I think when we wonder what the case could be, like sometimes we may lean that way, like, oh man, we feel so bad for Carly to go through this. Either way, she did not say that for any other reason but to be a B to Caitlyn, in my opinion. Well, then yes, in Janelle's mind, she thought Barbara was the problem. She really did. She thought, and I've seen this happen in real life, where there's a child who struggles and the parents get so much hate and heat from the other parent or the grandparents, and they're like, y'all just don't know how to handle him. Y'all just don't know how to handle her. And then him or her goes and lives with grandparents, and 2 weeks into it, grandparents is like, oh my God, I'm struggling. They're giving me the same problems they're giving you, and I don't know how to handle it. So a lot of times people think that they just think you don't know how to handle the kid, but the kid is like really hard to handle. Janelle said, mentioning my son's name for clout, I don't do it when it comes to Carly, which really quickly, we're just going to notate that she's lying. Here is several tweets. Caitlyn reveals she wants Carly to ask her and Tyler questions from September 2024. Tyler says he and Caitlyn got in trouble for calling Carly Nova's sister all the way back to 2013. Caitlyn shares a flashback photo of her tying Carly. So Janelle actively posts clickbait links about Carly. Has Caitlyn done that? Or did Caitlyn literally just say, oh, I'm just so sad about this. Like, I feel so bad for poor Jace. I don't think anything was wrong with that. Now, posting clickbait links about somebody else's child, you can't be mad when somebody says something about your kid if you're literally posting clickbait links about their kid, about their biological child. Here's more, you guys, of things that she's posted over the years. What happened next is where it gets even crazier. Because right here, it says, I'm happy Jace is getting to spend time with his dad. I feel so bad for Caitlyn Lau, who married her brother and gave her child away at birth, yet has 3 kids at home, and her oldest does not want to speak to her at all. That's what Farrah said. If you guys can see up there, it says Farrah Abraham, and then Janelle reposted it. So Farrah said this, Janelle reposted it, obviously like backing what she says. And I'm like, when are we going to like stop with this? She married her brother. She was with Tyler already. Caitlyn and Tyler met first, started dating. Their parents were introduced to each other because they were dating, and their parents were the weird ones because their parents decided to get married, knowing their kids were dating, okay? And here's the thing. If Caitlyn and Tyler would have said, oh, well, we got to break up now because, like, my dad married your mom, so it's weird. We're technically step siblings, so we have to break up. Well, then look, Butch and April didn't even make it. Caitlyn and Tyler have. They have made it. They have 3 beautiful children, and they have a decent life. So they would have missed out on that, and who knows where they would have ended up if they would have said, oh, well, we got to break up because our crazy parents. Like, no. If you're dating somebody and you're in love with that person and it's like your person, and then your mom meets their dad and they marry, you're going to break up? Probably not. I don't think it's fair to label them siblings. What's also is that we got to speak about is April and Butch are not even together anymore, and they haven't been for years. So they are not siblings. They are no longer step siblings. At one time, were they step siblings? Step siblings, sure. If you want to play on that just to attack them, I don't think it's right. But okay, whatever. But they're not anymore. Caitlyn married her brother. gave her child away at birth. That was a hard decision for her. I don't think it should be used against her. I really don't think it should be used against Catelynn that she made such a hard decision to give her child away when she knew she couldn't take care of that child. Has 3 kids at home, yet her oldest does not want to speak to her at all. And we don't know that for sure either. Yeah, Farrah needs to stay in her lane because I really suspect that when Sophia turns like 20 or something, Sophia may like run off and not have anything to do with Farrah. That's just something that I think in my head sometimes. Like, oh, she's going to get away from her one day and she is never going to speak to her again. Then Farrah put this. Guess which teen mom? Let's also not forget to mention the Weight Watchers never worked. Girl. Like Farrah literally has admitted to having like body dysmorphia. So why would you, as someone, Farrah claiming to be someone with body dysmorphia, why would you attack someone? Why would you attack someone else's body? The therapy never worked. Giving her baby away never worked. The horse therapy never worked. Her man basically called her a heifer, and he is definitely playing for the other team. She's huge. She's a slob. She's full of excuses. Farrah. Some people deserve to be canceled. I'm not big on cancel culture, but some people deserve to be canceled because I feel like they're the type of people that could really, their words could really do a lot of damage. Their words could push people to possibly like unalive themselves because their words are so hateful. And if you have not watched Farrah on Family Boot Camp or whatever it is, watch her because her and what's his Ocho Cinco? What's his name? Is that Ocho Cinco? Farrah and his mom get into it. And it got rough. And Farrah threw out a racist term at her. And nobody cared. Well, she should have been sent home. She should have been canceled. She should have been sent off the show. And she wasn't. Like, I think they just called her in another room and talked to her and was like, you can't do that, you know. Kendra Wilkinson was there. And Kendra was like trying to keep everything calm. But when Farrah let her racism show, Kendra was like, oh no, she's not just attacking her anymore. She's attacking my family by the words that she is saying. You know, and it's like, why was she not sent home? Why has she still been invited to come back to these reality TV shows? And then Farrah shared this where it was what she already said. And somebody messaged Farrah and said, not to mention, she gave the child away to keep Taylor. So then Farrah shared this, that's her opinion, I guess, that she gave the child away to keep Tyler. Some people have that opinion. Some people don't. Catelynn and Tyler say that's not what happened at all. Was she worried about Tyler's opinion? Sure, but that was not why she gave the baby up for adoption. Here's actually a video where Jenelle responded to what Catelynn said.
Yeah, I know. I saw that comment about Catelynn, dude. I don't know. I haven't spoken to her in years. I just thought we were on civil terms, but you know, I've met her. We've smoked together out in LA with Tyler. Like, we all hotboxed a car together, actually. So, I don't know where that friendship went, but smoking did not bring us together. So yeah, she just comes out of nowhere and then just says that online, and I'm like, I'm not over here commenting about your life, and you just came out of nowhere being condescending, so I know you're being condescending. Don't act like you weren't.
No, she wasn't. I don't think she was at all. And I think that's the problem. Is Janelle's even saying here, like, I didn't know. Like we all smoked together. We all hotboxed in a car together. Like, I thought we were fine. And Catelynn probably thought you guys were too. And that's why Catelynn thought that it would be perfectly okay for her to be like, man, I feel so bad for Jace. Like, don't you feel bad for Jace, Jenelle? Janelle, as his mom, do you not feel bad for him with everything that he's going through? Or she took that as a dig, but I don't think Catelynn meant it as a dig. I think that's a problem, is she misunderstood Catelyn's intent behind what she said. But here, let me see if I can find the video.
So there are lots of things circulating around on the internet, and
maybe she got circulating and circling a little confused. But here's where she explained what happened with Jace. And tell me, were you not thinking too, man, I feel bad for Jace? I feel like everybody was thinking that. Catelynn said it, and now Caitlynn's being attacked by Jenelle and Farrah.
I need to talk about it. Not like it's anyone's business, but recently I sent my 15-year-old son to live with his father in Florida. Now, a lot of people are asking, why couldn't you handle him? Why would you do that? He had one incident and then you just ship him off. That is not what happened. My son has been dealing with mental health disorders since he's been 10 years old. He was diagnosed with ADHD at the age of 10, and most recently in 2023, he was also diagnosed with major depressive disorder, along with his ADHD and defiant disorder, ODD. Incidents started occurring with my son when he was 10 years old. My whole family knew this. It was a family secret, and we try to keep the privacy of my son. Now, I'm not going to go into detail what those incidences were, but it was pretty bad. A lot of people are like, he's been running away from your home as soon as he got there. That's not the case either. He's been doing this since he's been 10. I got custody because...
Okay, yeah, I am reading that about Jace and Barbara reconnecting. I will do a video after this to give all those details. I'm reading that. We'll watch this in this video, and I'll prepare for the next video where Jace and Barb are set to reconnect. So let's finish this real quick.
Because my mother couldn't handle it anymore because she was in a bad, dangerous situation herself. So things were getting so bad back in 2023. Once I got custody, CPS got involved. Once CPS got involved, they thought things were crazy in the household, just like everyone else thinks. But really, what came down to it, 3 months later, after my son was with CPS, they sent him to his aunt's house by marriage, which is David's sister. And he acted out there. At this point, he acted out at every single household he went to. So CPS threw their hands up, dropped the case, and said, let's just give him to his mother, let her handle it. So, once again, I got him back. Once my separation started, I wanted to get away from all the negativity, the fear, the pain, the anxiety, the chaos that has been caused by my ex-husband this whole time. So, I was like, let's get these kids a fresh start. We're going to Vegas. And things will be good for about 3 to 4 weeks, and then another incident. And it's just like, with defiant disorder, it's very hard to deal with. Kids act out on purpose because they want attention. They have no remorse. They have no empathy for what they did. And if you look it up on TikTok, ODD, you can find out more information about it. Since moving to Vegas, I've had my best friend, Tori. She saw his behavior. I've had my ex, August. He saw his behavior. Everybody saw his behavior behind closed doors. It's just we never wanted to put it in front of the media and explain it because it was Jace's privacy. Now we get to the point where it's happened too many times, multiple incidences for years and years and years, and something had to be done. So yeah, I called his dad. I said, hey, I need help. I was in a panic attack. I was crying my eyes out, and I was like, for once, I need your help, and I need you to help take over this situation because all of us have put forth effort into as much as we can give. We've tried everything we could. I've tried, getting placement in boys' homes, but they are just too expensive and insurance won't cover it. So right now he needs to be in a situation where both households are safe, and separating the chaos from the situation right now to protect my 2 younger kids is very important, and also to protect himself. I feel like when you're co-parenting, if both sides of the family can come together to help solve these issues before they turn into adult and really get themselves in trouble, it's just really important. So I put all the drama aside and said, let's just do this. Jace is now staying with his father, but also his grandmother on his other side, who he has not seen since he's been a baby. So really, you guys are looking at it as a negative situation, but everyone behind closed doors is looking at it as a positive thing for him. So you guys can say all you want. You can say, I'm not taking care of my kids. Being a mother is doing the best interest for your child. And I am doing the best interest for my child. Thank you.
Thank you. So she talks about him having ODD. So here's a few factors that can worsen ODD, oppositional defiant disorder. Inconsistent parenting, check. And now you're making it worse because it's been inconsistent the majority of his life because he goes stay the weekend with you and you're different parenting than the way Barbara parents. And then he knows you're constantly at odds with Barbara. And then he moves in with you, and then he's got David, and he's got you, and then David's gone, and then August is in the mix. And so inconsistent parenting. And you make it worse by then sending him to live with a parent that he doesn't know. Harsh discipline. David, a lack of proper supervision, which we know out on the property, there was a lack of supervision. When he was at Barbara's, she kept him involved in things. He was supervised. When he went out to Janelle's, she was out in her she shed all the time, and he rode four-wheelers all over the property. No supervision, right? Untreated symptoms can also make ODD more challenging to treat, potentially worsening the condition. Additionally, child's temperament, family issues, and environmental issues can contribute to the development and severity of ODD. So harsh and inconsistent discipline, neglect, and lack of supervision can also increase the likelihood of ODD development. Children with a temperament that includes difficulty managing emotions or tolerating frustration may be more susceptible to ODD. Unstable family relationships, a parent with mental health conditions or substance use disorder, or a history of abuse can contribute to the development and severity of ODD. Jenelle should really study ODD. Honestly, if maybe she would study ODD, then maybe she can make better decisions for her son. But I mean, she's studying it on TikTok. So problem behaviors that are reinforced through attention from peers and inconsistent discipline from authority figures can worsen ODD symptoms. Failure to address ODD symptoms can make it more difficult to treat, potentially leading to a worsening of the condition. ODD often occurs or co-occurs with other conditions like ADHD or anxiety, which can further complicate treatment and potentially worsen symptoms. Neurobiological factors, brain abnormalities, and neurotransmitter imbalances can also influence the development and severity of ODD, affecting emotional regulation and behavior control. So having ODD, it affects the way you regulate your emotions and how much control you have over your behavior. A lot of people think that it's fake. I've seen people say, well, it's not even a real thing. Like, I used to be one of those people that thought, like, oh, it's not real. Like, you just need to be disciplined correctly, and then you won't have ODD, until I came across kids with ODD. And I was like, wow, there's no, it's real. I promise you it's real. Janelle's profiting off of her son's struggle, despicable. When he wrecked the four-wheeler, he had a vape in his hand in the video, and Jenelle couldn't go help because she had a drink in her hand. Yeah. So she's not really, and I, there's just part of me where I'm like, yes, he probably needs a male figure in his life. Yeah, he needs his dad in his life. Andrew is his dad, but it's also like he doesn't know him though. So letting him smoke weed, taking him off his medication, but she's sending him to live with a man that he doesn't really know. And how's that going to make him feel? Is it going to make him feel abandoned by her again? Was she shipping me off to live with this man that I don't really know? And even if it's something that he says he wants to do, he may not actually want to do it. He just may want to. He may know what Jenelle is. Like, this is the mom that I have. I wish she would be this way, this way, this way, this way. She's not. So, yeah, I'd rather go live with this man that I really don't know. But if my mom was this way, this way, this way, I would love to have her as my mom. I would love to be with her. But she's not. She cares more about going out, cares more about OnlyFans, cares more about chasing men. If my mom was present with me and helping me and being there for me, then, yeah, I wouldn't want to go live with this man that I don't know. I just worry how this situation is going to affect him as well. Either way, you guys, Farrah jumped right in, which is so crazy because it's like, Farrah, you just reconnected with Jenelle, literally like not even a week ago. They linked up at, get this, at this event that is for, I think it's called Safeness. Is it called Safeness? It's this place in Vegas that advocates for DV victims. Farrah showed up, Jenelle showed up, and Ashley Siren showed up. And that's why, like, they seem to be there together. Jenelle said that she knew that Farrah was going to be there. Farrah said that she knew that Jenelle was going to be there, but Ashley said she didn't know that either one of them was going to be there. But when she got there and they were there, they decided to hang out, right? It's literally a place that helps victims take out restraining orders on the person that's beating on them, attacking them, whatever. Anastasia Biddle, Nathan's ex-girlfriend, is working with Safe Nest through the situation that happened with her and Nathan. Safe Nest is who helped her get the restraining order against Nathan, right? So it's kind of crazy because Nathan gets arrested. Anna's working with Safe Nest. Jenelle is attacking Anna on social media, and then she goes to an event at Safe Nest. Well, then Safe Nest got bombarded with messages saying, because they posted a picture of Jenelle on their page, like, thank you, Jenelle, for coming, whatever. And they got bombarded with messages saying, like, do you know who that is? Like, she was married to a man that assaulted her son. She stayed with a man after he did this to her. After he did that, he, killed the dog and choked her son. And he's still, pending charges for that. And now she's actively attacking someone who was just attacked. Like, she's actively attacking a victim of DV. And you guys are like posting her. After they got the messages from people, they removed Jenelle's picture from their page and apologized. It was like, sorry, like, we apologize for having her at the event. So, yeah. But that's where Jenelle met up with Farrah, and I guess they become buddies now. And now Farrah is defending Jenelle and talking crap about Catelynn. But this is more than her just trying to defend her friend. It's not even about that, in my opinion. Jenelle takes it as that. So Janelle's like, haha, I got another friend that's defending me. No, she's only doing that because she hates Catelynn already. Farrah never passes up the opportunity to attack Catelynn and Tyler. So she just took this as another opportunity, and it makes her look like she's defending her friend. Has Catelynn responded to her yet? I don't think so. I haven't seen any more responses. It's a domestic abuse center that advocates for victims. Thank you. I've been keeping up with it, Colby, and I thought about posting like updates on like Instagram or Facebook. I don't know. I know you don't have those, but it would probably be hard to. Maybe in the evening I can do an update on what happened each day. But also, Shannon, I think Shannon, was it you that asked if I heard from YouTube about my plaque? I have. I ordered my plaque like 2 days ago. I got the alert. I went into my back end to like check some things, and the alert popped up and was like, "Hey, congratulations, you've hit your 100K." And I had to fill out the information for my plaque. So I should be getting my plaque in like a week or two. Anyways, you guys, leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you guys think about Farrah? Dude, she's a slob. Weight Watchers didn't work. She married her brother from Farrah. From Farrah. That is disgusting. Farrah should be canceled. I don't like it. I don't like it. Someone that literally claims they suffer from body dysmorphia and has spent like $1 million on surgeries to attack someone else's body, that is insanity. And what is she teaching Sophia? She's teaching Sophia that it's okay to talk to people that way. Anyways, you guys, leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. We're going to come right back in about 30 minutes to do an update on Barbara and Jace. They will be reconnecting very soon. So I'm going to give you guys all the details on that. So join me back here in about 30 minutes. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, and comment. Leave me your thoughts. Bye, guys.